I'm going to go through the steps of how to do a transliteration using accordance. And right now we are looking at the ESV. That's the window that's open. I want to get a Greek text up. I'm going to come up to the New button, click that, and then come to Greek texts, and then hover over NA28 Greek NT and click that. And that will bring up the New Testament. It shows that I'm up at 1 John 1:5, which is where I left off. And to show how to get there, I'm going to go somewhere else first. Let's just go to Matthew 1. So we're at the beginning of the New Testament. Now if I want to get to 1 John chapter 1, if I wasn't already there, I can make sure that my little blue-gray oval here is set to verses, and then type 1 space John space 1:5. That will get me there. Or alternatively, if I'm using this bar for something else, for looking for words for instance, I can come down to the bottom right corner, type my verse reference there, 1 space John space 1:5, and here I am at 1 John 1:5. Now to do a transliteration, I want to highlight the passage that I want to get a transliteration of, and I'm going to use accordance to do the transliteration for me. I'm going to left click and then bring my cursor all the way down to the end of 1 John 2:5. So it begins at 1 John 1:5, come all the way down to the bottom of 1 John 2:5, then let go of the mouse button. Then I'm going to right click, come down to copy as, and then hover over transliteration and click transliteration. So that will copy a transliteration of the highlighted passage, 1 John 1:5 to 2:5, into a buffer. Now I want to come over and get a Word file, and I'm going to then paste this into the Word file. So all I need to do here is just do a paste, which is Control V. I can also hit the paste button if I want, but Control V is simpler. And then in order to fill out the worksheet, I need to figure out exactly how the lines are laid out. So here's the worksheet. And notice it starts with 1 John 1:5, and the first line here, kai estin haute he angelia, hein ake kaamen, apautu kai. Notice the last three words here, apautu kai. So I can then come to my transliteration, come across to, there's akakaamen apautu kai. So I'll highlight that, Control C, copy it, come over here, and Control V, paste it. So there is the transliteration of that first part of 1:5. The next part then picks up from there and goes all the way through to the next to the last word in verse 5. Goes all the way through estin and leaves out udemia. So come back over here, begin where I left off, and go all the way through estin and leave out udemia. Control C, copy, come over, Control V, paste. And then for the next line, it's the last word of verse 5, all the way through the word skate, darkness, in verse 6. So I'll come over, pick up where I left off. There's the last word in verse 5, all the way through the word skate in verse 6. So Control C, copy, come over to my other file, paste. And I'll just keep doing that all the way until I'm done with 1 John 2:5, just following that same process. So that's what is required to get the transliteration from accordance and then to copy it line by line into the worksheet.